In focus now, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Good to have you today. Now, there has been a little bit of reporting about some bipartisan talking. Is it about this issue? Because this is huge.
Yeah, Harris, I think what you're seeing is Democrats are starting to feel real political pressure that the American people figured out why Chuck Schumer shut the government down. It's not over some nebulous issues. It's over trying to get health care, free taxpayer-funded health care for illegals. That's why Chuck Schumer shut the government down. They filed it in their alternative bill. And look, the speaker pointed it out. Stephanopoulos was reading from Democrat talking points, which were just false. They filed a bill, the Democrats did, to get rid of all the verifications that President Trump put in place. President Trump's been very clear. We're going to secure the border, but we also are going to protect taxpayer money for hardworking families, not to give that money away to people here illegally. And we put that in our bill. Chuck Schumer wants to reverse that and give taxpayer-funded benefits to illegals, and he shut the government down to do it. It's insane, and it's not going to hold.
Look, I have some reporting from Madison Allworth, who is on our Fox Business network, and she looked at some of that money, that $8.4 billion of coverage for illegals this fiscal year in California. $5 billion of that initially this year, with most of it stemming from health care costs. In New York, federally funded essential plans spent $12 billion in fiscal year 2025. I mean, this has receipts to it. Our reporters are picking up some of those receipts. It sounds like, I don't know, House Majority Leader, it sounds like this is about Trump for Democrats now. How did the American people get left out of the conversation on the left?
Well, it's clearly Chuck Schumer doesn't care right now about the American people. He's trying to appease the most far-left radical elements of his base. And he's doing it over things like troop pay. Like, there are real consequences to American families during a government shutdown. Military troops who are out there defending our freedoms will not get paid during a shutdown. Closings on homes in most American cities are canceled today if you need flood insurance, for example. That program is right now shut down while Chuck Schumer shut the government down. Those are things affecting real families. I mean, so many other things that are real that Chuck Schumer doesn't seem to care about because he's fighting to get health care for illegals at the expense of taxpayers. It's a $200 billion giveaway they want to give to illegals. We don't have the money, by the way, Harris. You know, our country needs to be controlling spending, not deficit spending, not adding hundreds of billions of new spending for illegals. Chuck Schumer is way out of touch with the American people, and it's an untenable position. He needs to vote to open the government back up again. There are things we can negotiate, differences we have, and we're not going to give taxpayer benefits to illegals, but don't hold the American people hostage with a government shutdown just because Chuck Schumer wants to have a fight with Donald Trump.
Do you think you can work out some of those issues where you think you can meet? I don't want to call it the middle. Look, you can't get to the middle on giving health care to illegals, right, as you just pointed out. But where can you agree upon to move this forward? And it's, you know, they want $1.5 trillion on top of this for 7 weeks until a CR would basically expire if you could even get that far. I mean, it's right. Unfathomable.
This isn't a hostage situation. And look, President Trump brought the leaders into the White House just a few days ago, you know, Chuck Schumer and Speaker Johnson, all the leaders, and he made it very clear. Look, we'll negotiate over how to properly fund the whole United States government, but we're not going to do it while Chuck Schumer's holding people hostage. You know, let's have this short-term funding bill go through so it buys us just until November 21st. This isn't a long-term solution, but it lets at least free up the American people, get the government back open again until November 21st while we negotiate our differences. And we have big differences, but don't hold the American people hostage while Chuck Schumer has a tantrum.
Well, I tell you, this is a politically dangerous flex for them so close to, we're already in the midterm election season now. It
well, the
feels
American
like it
people
anyway.
see what their priorities are. They literally want to shut the government down to fund $200 billion of taxpayer money for illegal health care. That's why Chuck Schumer is shutting the government down. It's not going to hold. 5 senators and Democrat senators need to reverse course and vote today to open the government back up again, and we can end this madness. But that's where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you've already picked up 3 on the Senate side. You only need 5 more, as you said. Good to see you. Thank you for being in focus.
Harris. God bless. Take care.
You too.